In this match, we're going against Rice. Oh, poor Rice player. You better get like Eye of the Dragon and have like literally the best answer to us, otherwise it's gonna be very sad. And yeah. Opponent knew exactly what was coming. They see elites, they surrender. Welcome to patch 4.2 meta right here. GG's. Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And yesterday we got one of the funnest patch in Legends of Runeterra with 10 brand new cards. And one of those new cards was Elite Support, Blocking Badgerbear. This is a 3 mana, 4/4, and if that's not enough, you can block elusives, and it's an elite. What this means is that this card now slots right into an elite deck to kind of just add so much tempo and just pack a big punch. And trust me, this deck packs a big punch. Honestly, I actually think elites might legit be like tier 1 now because of this card. They were already kind of close to it because of the trusty Ramhound adding so much value to allow you to kind of go swarm heavy. The thing about elites is that it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of like an aggro deck. Think of like Bando City, how you go wide. Elites do exactly that. You try to go super wide. Your units are a little bit beefier than Bando City units because of the Battlesmith being able to buff them. And then you just do like a board wide buff with Champion Strength or Banger Surgeon for Demacia. And then you just win the game. Demacia is more aggro than Naxxus, to be honest, because of this deck. As you're going to see in this video, where we literally get to showcase like 8 different games. And we still came under like 35-40 minutes of video length time, which is usually not the case for my videos. It's actually nuts. And again, I don't think it's just the Badgerbear, right? I think this deck has been low-key getting a lot of buffs like Ramhound, Champion Strength. These buffs make this deck really more consistent and kind of give you like a lot of really good win conditions. But I think the Badgerbear kind of takes it overhead because it's going to be really hard for opponents to be able to deal with turn 2 Battlesmith into turn 3 Blocking Badgerbear, being a 5/5 that if it's not block or chump block, it's going to be able to hit for 5 HP every single time. It's nuts. But I don't need to talk about this because honestly, this deck is brainless. And I think people are going to get tired of going against elites pretty quickly because it's either they curve out right or they don't. And it's so easy to get a really nice curve here with Battlesmith for the Ramhound that you can just kind of ram over your opponent and just kind of win the game. I do also like this little card here, Ardent Tracker. I know it's a card that a lot of people don't actually like in elites, but I do like that a lot. It gets reduced just like the Bandit Squire, and it does have Scout, so it can be used as a way to get rally out of your, like you can use it to attack twice, whether you buff it for Demacia or if you use it during the opponent's defensive turn. If you use Champion Strength and you have the Ardent Tracker, you're able to attack with her once and still get your rally again because of how the Scout works to be able to attack with all your units again, allowing you to potentially push more damage. And she does have 5 health, so it's pretty nice. But again, amazing deck, brainless deck. If you want to climb and you want to climb fast, this is the new aggro way to do it. As long as elites are this good, I don't see how control can really get a grasp on this meta. The meta is going to shift a lot if this deck actually becomes popular. So enjoy the games coming up soon, and I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tip. And as always, if you like our content, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. Enjoy. In this match, we're going against Vayne, Shyvana, and Pantheon. Demacia piles could be a little bit difficult for us to deal with. I really like the single combat. Because I think I might need to be able to deal with like a Vayne or a Shyvana so that they don't get out of control too easily. I need to have some interaction, right? Question is, let's make this Hound as big as we can. I also don't need to play it right now in case that I draw my Arden. Okay, yeah. So we can go Battlesmith. Battlesmith again and then go Ramhound. That's a great draw right here.
Demons walk among us, masquerading.
Yeah, let's go here. Yeah, I need to be able to like kind of kill that Vayne, for example. Opponent could single combat right now. If they wanted to, they didn't. So let's me actually play the Badgerbear. That's what I was waiting for before I play this out. So this does let me play the Badgerbear, which is obviously nice because the Badgerbear can just block everything that the opponent has. And now my units are gonna get way too big for the opponent. If you go like this, that's why we kept the single combat, right? So if the opponent goes for it, they'll get punished. I think it's still worth it to go ahead and do this now before this dragon can get too big. I think that's the only way that the opponent beats me, just with that dragon getting humongous. Question here is, do we open attack or do we develop? I think I like the develop now that we have a second Badgerbear.
Cast off your fear and stand as one.
It's a little bit unfortunate that the opponent ended up getting a Pantheon, right? So the opponent ended up getting a Pantheon, which gives him a great blocker there. If we attack with the Badgerbear, I think we still have to attack with everything. Yeah, I still think we attack with everything. Have them take the trade, just push a lot of damage. If they don't want to block with the Vayne, they still taking 9. We play the Squire, we set up the Surgeon, and then we win on the next turn. Because we need the board space regardless.
My journey continues.
So we need the board space regardless, and this will let me get there. We don't want it to trade. We didn't want to trade with the Vayne because obviously trading with the Vayne is useless. I guess we ended up getting another Battlesmith, so it doesn't matter. We can use one Battlesmith to block here if we need to. We definitely need to summon the Surgeon. If the opponent passes, I'm actually willing to pass back because he's gonna delay the Pantheon, but I don't think it's necessary anyways.
The dragon's rage claws.
Like if the opponent is willing to pass here, I'm willing to pass as well. Okay, well, they did it that way, which means that no matter what they get, no matter what, they're gonna get the Pantheon trigger, so we might as well just do this now, so that we do everything that we need to do in a single action instead of 2. Imagine if this was... I don't think it matters. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I think we just go here. What I'm saying though, I don't think it matters if we give them an extra action. Sorry, that's kind of what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter if we give them an extra action. We're still gonna go for Demacia. Opponent could have single combat or consider or anything like that, and I think that's okay. The Pantheon still doesn't level up. This means that all my units are gonna be like humongous.
What's this? A new flock.
Okay, so it has to be like double single combat. So it has to be like the single combat, otherwise you're trading your whole board here. And this is still lethal. Now it does matter, right? Now if the opponent does have another unit, it did matter that we gave them the extra action. So single combat here, keeps the Pantheon alive. Everything else gets buffed, can push damage everywhere else. The opponent does survive, but they have to still block with everything though. So they still have to lose the whole board. Which is where elites shine. You're forcing your opponent into really bad trades. They have to lose the Pantheon as well. Because they only have one single combat and not 2 of them, they have to lose everything, and we still keep our whole board. So we got them to trade their whole board, go to 3 HP anyways, and we still keep ours. Not sure why not block here. Like I think there is a better block if you're gonna lose your Pantheon anyways. Now, obviously, the opponent could have a second Pantheon, and then it levels up, and the opponent gets there. But I mean, they're only playing 2 Pantheons, or they're only playing 1. So, we should be in a good spot here, and all my units can present lethal. This is the power that elites have. It's forcing the opponent to take bad trades while still keeping your elites on the board, and then you're able to re-attack again, and that's it. We actually didn't take a single point of damage this game either. That's crazy. This deck is just crazy. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Evelynn Kai'sa. So the opponent is trying to use Denomination and the new Steam. Woo. Wait a second, this looks kind of busted, right? We can just go Roundhound, Citria. Maybe we want to go for the Battlesmith, but that's okay. That's still going to be a bunch of 3/3s, 1 health. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, our turn 3 looks actually freaking ridiculous. Our turn 3 looks ridiculous here. We're going to go second Roundhound, third Roundhound. Oh my goodness. This hand just gets better and better. So we go here. This goes to a 3-3. That's fine. We go here. This grows to a 3-3. We go Badgerbear. This grows to a 3-3. And then we summon another 3-3 on top of it. Imagine if we had that on turn 1. Imagine if we had that on turn 1. We would have double Squire right now. And we would have a full board that the opponent will have to deal with. Wow. I still think it was better to go this way though. I think opponent has a much harder time dealing with a 3 health unit than they do dealing with the other side, right? I am giving him the chance to put the blood letters on the Darkin, which gives him a blocker and then gives him another Dark Control. But I don't see how they're not even doing that, huh? They're not even gonna get Darkin blood letters. I mean, that means that they have a spell that they can use to survive. Yeah, there you go. That's why they wanted to keep the mana. What's the 2-mana spell? Oh, Haze Spike. Okay, that makes sense. So they just rely on the Haze Spike, and they're trying to get the keywords. Unfortunately, they end up getting with Impact again. Oh man, imagine if we had this on turn 1 instead of the Citria. That would have been crazy.
Don't worry, it's not my
The opponent's still pretty far away from being able to get... Like, the Impact is whatever, right? They got the regen, but it's still pretty far away from getting the... what's it called? The ball enabled. So I think we can just go here. Then play the Squire. Maybe we even block that just so that we're not potentially dying. Sure. Yeah, let's block this so that we're potentially not dying later on. I don't want to take that damage. We can go second Citria. We can go third Squire. Actually, this is also a Citria, right? So it's just Citria all the way down. Opponent only has 2 blockers, and we're pushing a lot of damage. So the opponent has to have another strike. The Evelynn still gonna get hit as well. Oh, wow. Okay. We go like this. Have the opponent block again. No matter what, they're gonna have to sacrifice their boiling. Remember how they didn't block with it earlier? This is still in 12. So a second Haze Spike keeps them alive at 1. But they will have to sacrifice their Evelynn. So a second Haze Spike does get them there. There it is. Oh, yeah, they have to sacrifice the Evelynn anyways because they have to block the Badgerbear. So they do get the second Haze Spike. They still don't get the Bolt Trigger. And then let's say we just go for the mass and still have a big board. Oof. This feels bad. Oh, opponent get to heal though. That's gonna be a big unit though. Whichever unit the opponent summons next is gonna be pretty big. Because it's gonna have the triple husk. What is this game? Honestly, my hand could not have been more perfect this game. I guess the only thing that would have made the hand perfect was gonna be instead of the Cloudfield, having that second Squire in my hand to begin with. And that's game. I'm sorry, opponent. I'm so sorry. I feel disgusting. I actually feel so disgusting. We just go here. We get Rally. We have a full board. Opponent loses the game. And that's it. GG's, opponent. In this matchup, we're going against Moth playing Scouts. So I'm guessing he's probably trying out the new Steam. You know what we do here? We're going to go... I want to greet it out. I want to greet it out and kind of get... I do feel like Garen is so good in this matchup, though. I don't think opponent has a lot of great ways to deal with Garen. Like, how do they deal with the Judgment, potentially? What if we actually supposed to keep the double Garen? Oh, it feels greedy to keep double Garen. Maybe we keep 1 Garen, 1 Citria, 1 Battlesmith, so that we have at least 1 unit that gets buffed. Oh. Okay, yeah, how do they deal with a 5/5 Badgerbear? I forgot about that as well. I definitely forgot about that. How are they gonna deal with a 5/5 Badgerbear? Oh my goodness. This deck is ridiculous. You know what? You wanna kill my Battlesmith? That's okay. I'll give you the Battlesmith kill. Obviously not now, because they don't have Challenger yet. But I'll give it to them on turn 4. Question is it Badgerbear or is it this combo here? It's gonna depend on whatever we draw. I think I actually prefer going Hound, Citria, just so that because we have the Battlesmith, so it means that we can buff everything up. We also have access to Bannerman next turn, so we're able to just buff the whole board again. Opponent's still gonna have a hard time dealing with all this board. So I think this is slightly better because I think as good as the Badgerbear is as a 5/5, going wide and then going Bannerman is gonna be better for us in the long term because we also have Garen to kind of go wide too. So we just go here. Now he has to be worried that I don't have another Squire. I don't have it. If you want to trade with your Broadwind, that's okay with me. I don't mind giving you the trade here with the Fleet Feather. Okay, because no matter what happens now is because the opponent had to actually sacrifice their Broadwind, the Battlesmith stays alive. Because once we play the Bannerman, the Battlesmith goes to 3/3, and he no longer is tied to the Dragon. So just it's Badgerbear. Yeah. So then we go here, and now we're back to opponent having nothing that they can do. Question here is it Garen or is it Battlesmith? It's gonna be Garen. Lets me potentially level up the Garen, creates a pretty big attack here, and now we have Judgment available if the opponent does have access. If the opponent has access later to Champion Strength, right? The problem is that we don't have a way to actually stop the Champion Strength next turn. So if the opponent does have Champion Strength next turn, they do have the mana for it. They can keep 4 units. Yeah, they're setting up for the Champion Strength. We don't have the mana to actually pass the Judgment. So we might actually... Okay, ooh, alright. They tapped out of Champion Strength. Champion Strength would have been a lot worse because Champion Strength has Scout, right? Here, if the opponent goes here, we can just go single combat to begin with. Killing the Challenger. Garen is now leveled up. We could also just kill the Scout. Because the thing is that if we kill this here, we lose the Garen. But then we just have another Garen, right? So I think that's okay. I think I bait him into killing the Garen, and then we just play the second Garen. I think if Moth does want to, because he cannot really do that, right? There's no way he can do that, right? Like, we just pass. I think we just play second Battlesmith and play the Badgerbear. We don't need to trade. We could trade, but we don't really need to trade. Because we just open wide next turn and just win the game. We go here. We go Badgerbear. We're 6 wide. Opponent only has 3 blockers. We only need to push 1 damage and we win the game. They don't main deck make it rain, right? So, yeah, and there we go. GG's. And not even a Judgment, like a random Judgment that they could have to beat us there because my Badgerbear will still stay alive. So yeah, the only scary part there was Champion Strength, because if they had the Scout, that would have been a problem, but they didn't have it, so that worked out. So GG's. In this matchup, we've been against Jayce Heimerdinger with the new spell. It will be pretty good, but I do think we're able to kind of get a little bit bigger than them. Now, obviously, the downside in this matchup is that I want to get greedy and keep both of these girls. It's that the opponent can easily get rid of the Ramhound, right? Or the Battlesmith. They can get rid of either one. I still think we just slam it. We still slam it. If the opponent has a Battlefish or a Mystic Shot, they have to open with that. They have to open with that, right? Otherwise, nothing else makes sense. And even if they do, we now have a Citria, so we can actually just play it and still get the Ramhound. Yeah, there you go. They have to play the Mystic Shot because they don't want this Ramhound to go to a 3/3. We play the second one, and we go here. And here comes the brainless strategy with this deck. Question is, do we play the Squire now? What if we draw another Squire? I think I'm gonna pass and let myself, or we can draw another Ramhound, for example. We didn't, so we kind of end up getting punished. Alright, so we can just go Ardent Tracker. A second Ardent Tracker. And opponent's gonna have to deal with 2 Scout units that are 3/5. And that's why I love this card in this deck. Imagine if the opponent didn't have a Mystic Shot. First of all, I guess they would have had 6 mana to do a Shock Blast right now, which would have gotten rid of 2 of my units anyways, right? but then they would have had a blocker. So we just go Ardent Tracker. We attack for 6 with the Scout. If the opponent wants to get a favorable trade, they have to wait for this girl. They're gonna just play Thermal or another Mystic right here. So this is a Thermal or another Mystic. Yeah.
Lives are at stake.
By the way, we're attacking on turn 5, right? So Garen is gonna buff up my Scouts on turn 5 and allow me to attack again with Scouts. It's two things. They either have they could have actually the turrets, right? It could be the turrets, and that's why he didn't use it. That's 12 damage. If they want to take a favorable block, he's gonna go down to 1 HP. Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess it could be a battle piece now. What's in your hand that you opted not to play it? They don't have enough mana for Ruination when we play the Garen on turn 5, so I'm not even concerned. We also have a Sharp Side now to protect our units against removal, and yeah, man, Riot finally did it. Riot finally got us the Elites game plan. Okay, so it was Production Surge. That's actually very good for them, huh? They ended up getting 3 blockers. That's better than they would have liked. But unfortunately, we just play Garen, we have Scout, and we have 6 unit wide, and we also have Sharp Side as a backup. So even if the opponent has a second Mystic, we can save that Hound, and that's all she wrote. Elites. GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Elites. So Elites versus Elites. So whoever can curve out the best just wins this game. And that's why I think this deck is gonna be very degenerate right away. You know, my hand doesn't look good. I think I wanna get my 4/4, right? My 3 mana 4/4. Ah, there we go. Battlesmith, Badgerbear, single combat to protect the Battlesmith. Yeah, I think we have a pretty good curve. We both gonna do the battle. Oh, that's a great draw, by the way. Yeah, we both gonna do the Battlesmith. That's a great draw, because the earlier that you draw that, the better, because obviously this thing costs a whole 6 mana. Oh, well, that's a great draw too. So then we go here. If you don't have your Badgerbear, then I'm fine. I'm scared of the Sharp Side. I'm kind of scared of the Sharp Side. I'm not gonna do it. It's kind of a little bit weird now, because the opponent does have access to double Battlesmith. So I do need to be a little bit careful here, but it's a great draw too. Okay. So if we go Surgeon and we single combat whichever one drags the Battlesmith, we're fine. So we go like this. I mean, we're gonna lose a Badgerbear, but that might be okay. We're gonna go Vanguard to pull their 2 Battlesmith, and then what? And then we're still sad because the opponent's still gonna have a bunch more value than us. So we can pull the 2 Battlesmith before the opponent does anything else. Yeah, I think I prefer to pull here. I prefer to pull here before the opponent can summon another Elite, right? I think this is gonna be the play. We just go here. We keep our board because we do have access to Demacia. If you want to have single combat here, okay, that's okay with me. Keeps a banger alive, and you still lose at least one of them. We can go for Bannerman. Yeah, he wanted to keep another Battlesmith so that he could buff. We could keep Bannerman, or alright. Let's assume that we know that this Battlesmith is gonna die, right? So I think I'm just gonna go Ardent Tracker instead. And just set up for the Bannerman. Tough with the single combat anyways. Great. You can attack with this Battlesmith, right? That's kind of crazy, isn't it? There's no way that this attack makes sense. There's absolutely no way that this attack makes sense. Do we actually save our Battlesmith? What did we do? What if we go like this? What if we save our Battlesmith, kill the Vanguard, force the opponent to have another single combat? Okay, that's fine. So I still keep all my units, right? Opponent does keep their stuff alive as well. But now we can go here, buff everything up, go for Demacia, I have a pretty big attack. Even if the opponent has exactly champion strength, that doesn't matter. So even if the opponent has exactly champion strength, our attack is still should be good enough. I think so. So I think we just attack with everything anyways. I could force him to block. The problem is that the opponent can't trade with their squire. No, they cannot. They have to block the 8. They have to block the 8 health units because they lose the game, right? They cannot trade favorably. Actually, what am I talking about? They lose anyways. Why am I even thinking about this? I'm wider than them, right? Like, even if they have championship, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I forgot. This deck is brainless. Like, what am I thinking? Just play units and attack. GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Lux Jayce. Unfortunately, they do tend to have a lot of blockers versus us, which can be a problem. The Badgerbears are nice, but I mean, double Badgerbear, we're attacking on turn. I guess we are attacking on turn. Maybe I do need like a beefy units, right? Maybe I do need the beefy units so that we don't lose to the Shock Blast. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep it like this. Let's keep it like this and just go for beefy units so that we don't lose to the opponent's removal. Obviously, Battlesmith would have been a lot better, but we go what we can get, right? Yeah, let's just trade here. Absolutely gonna trade here. I don't want this to get too much value. It does prepare the Ardent Sensor a little bit, so that's not bad. Force the opponent. Ooh, no Battlesmith. We can go 3-3-4. Jarvan is also nice. Yeah, so that is a problem. That is a problem, right? That's gonna be 6. I guess it's not a problem because we have Jarvan, but it is gonna be a problem because it's gonna be doing a lot of damage in the meantime. You can go here. You have 2 options. We're gonna have to take another 6. I think we have to just take the other 6 and just pretend that the other guy's not real. What's it called? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this because why not? Okay, so we can just save this one instead. Oh, but then that means that this one stays alive. So that's 2 mana spells already. I need to be able to kill this with the Jarvan, right? I need to be able to kill this with the Jarvan. So we have to go like this. If the one, oh, he has 0. He has 0 power, so the Jarvan doesn't actually work. Huh? I forgot about that. That's on me. That's a straight up a misplay on me. Yeah, I think we just lose now. I think we just lose now because of that. Opponent can just burn me out. We also don't have a great hand, anyways. Even if that worked. Because of the Jayce, I think we still lose anyways. The Battlesmith came a little bit too late. Yeah, the opponent can just burn us out here, then they have the Mystic, and then they win. That was a great hit, though. A lot of other cards would have lost if it wasn't that Mountain Drake. We can block. Opponent's gonna have a second Shock Blast next turn, so it doesn't matter. Let's pretend that there's a chance, maybe. So let's pretend that there's a chance here. Maybe a second Jarvan could save us. It's not gonna matter though. We go Badgerbear, second Shock Blast. Okay, they're gonna draw. They still have answers. Oh, we're gonna draw 4. Still have answers for a second Shock Blast. And there you go. GG's. Yeah, I misplayed right with the Jarvan because I thought the Jarvan could be able to get me there. But this deck should be able to handle the, I guess, pressure that I could put on them. So that makes sense. So GG's. In this match, we're gonna against MajiinBae, who's playing P&Z Ionia No Champions. MajiinBae, oh my. MajiinBae is looking to be playing something spicy right now. I think I'm gonna keep the double Ram Hound because this is just such a good start. If we get another 1-drop, it could be crazy. Okay, okay, I know. He's gonna be discounting stuff here. This is still a pretty crazy hand, though, right? Yeah, this is still a pretty crazy hand here. Imagine if we had another Citria here, though. This would have felt so good. He actually had to Mystic Shot because he was scared that I had another Citria in my hand. And if I had it, obviously they would have been screwed. He would have been screwed. Oh, it doesn't let me play the Badgerbear. I'm gonna play it now. Now we know we can block this later. That's okay. They're trying to discount. He's trying to discount whatever spells he's looking for. If we go here, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess if we go here, we have access to single combat. If we go here, slightly better. I think I prefer to go Surgeon and then go Batman next turn. Just have access to single combat here. I don't think I need to actually have the extra stats from Batman just yet. Because I think he's gonna be able to block regardless. They discounted. They have a spell in their hand that's discounted 3 times from Acorn. So they have something that's discounted 2 times from Acorn and 1 time from Perfectionist. We can play Batman here and set up for a Champion Strength, I guess. He's gonna start digging for it. Glorious Evolution. Is it actually just Glorious Evolution that you have? I just want to set up for the Champion Strength next turn. Oh, it's just Formula? Ah, I see. So you're just gonna Formula me to that. You better have Deny. If he doesn't have Deny, this is gonna be a little bit scary. The other option that we could have is just attack and have Jarvan come out. I think I actually prefer having Jarvan come out because he's gonna have to block, right? He's gonna have to block, which is gonna level up the Jarvan. We get to pull the Evil Imperfectionist, which keeps all my other units safe. And this all happens before he can do Glorious Evolution. We know that he plays Glorious Evolution because he did it earlier. So at least I get to kind of trade his board before he can actually get it out of the way. I could have gone for this, but I do really like the level up Jarvan here. We also still have access to single combat, so it's not bad. The opponent discounted that formula a lot. They discounted it twice, and then also got to copy it. So for the rest of the game, any formulas that he has in his hand are gonna cost 3, which is gonna be a problem. I think the best thing I can do is actually try to level up Garen instead of trying to play for it, because I feel like this gets denied. Well, actually no, because they discounted preparation, so the formulas actually cost 2 mana. So the formulas that he has in his hand actually cost 2 mana instead of 3, and they refill his mana and also give him 2 draw. Is MajiinBae just trying to infinite me? Whoa. He might just be trying to infinite me, to be honest. He might just be trying to infinite me. If he taps out of the deny, I'm just gonna go Champion Strength. Like if he goes for Glorious Evolution here, which is the best time to do it, because he has 10 mana, then we just play Champion Strength, right? We play Cloudfield first, then we play Champion Strength, and then that should give us the game. I mean, he might be able to discount stuff enough, but it's not gonna be enough. Yeah, and there you go. I just needed to wait for him to tap out of deny, and then we just do our card that just finishes the game, and we go from there. I want to go to his stream now and see what MajiinBae was cooking, but GG's Caleb. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed the games. A lot of quick games, but that's how Elites are. A lot of high rolls. Sometimes you don't high roll and then you just lose, and that's how it is. That's how it is. And this deck is gonna get old really quick if you keep facing it a lot, because it's gonna make it really hard for you to play any slow decks. Like I don't think Rise is gonna be as good anymore because this deck could just curve out and just beat up the Rise decks like this. It's so easy to beat them just because of how easily this deck can go wide and just push a ton of damage. So be careful when playing any like slow Ionia decks in this meta. It's gonna be kind of tough. If you want to have success and Elites become popular, you're gonna have ways to kill the Roundhound on the Battlesmith as soon as they come down Quietus tends to do that, so Shadow Owls does have an answer. Obviously, Battlefiist can also kill this if you have the attack token on 2, that you can play the Battlefiist to kind of punish the opponent playing a round on turn 1. But, you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough regardless of how you see it. And I'm not a huge fan of a meta that's going to be warped around Elite. So we'll see how that actually goes. In terms of mulligan, honestly, I'm looking for the Roundhound, looking for the Battlesmith, looking for the Badgerbear, looking for the Ardent Tracker, and the Squire. It's going to be dependent, but for the most part, these are your 2 best cards in the deck, the Roundhound, the Battlesmith, and then you kind of want to go for your Squire, your Badgerbear, and your Tracker to actually kind of allow yourself to go wide because of discount that all these cards will get. You kind of saw against the Jayce Heimerdinger deck how impactful the Ardent Tracker can be. The only thing that I can suggest is that maybe going up to 2 Jarvan is correct. I do find myself that Jarvan was pretty crucial in a lot of matches. I am scared though of drawing too many Jarvans in my hand because I do, like, again, this deck is aggro, right? So you don't want to have too many things that are too expensive. Garen is already kind of like borderline a little bit expensive, as well as Champion Strength. So I don't want to clog my hands with too many Jarvans either. So yeah, but anyways, that'll be it for me today. Hope you enjoyed this shorter video just because this deck just has some really cool short games. Hope you're enjoying the patch so far, and you know, we'll see what we come up with tomorrow. But tomorrow we're also going to be streaming on Twitch. You can find us at Twitch Sirturmund if you are not following yet. And if you like our content, you can also like this video below and subscribe to us. We post live videos every single day. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.